aboard for this competition, the Women's Junior World Team event, which dates back to 2012. The first ever winners were Japan. And here, just a reminder that we're on the normal size hill with the calculation line at 90 meters and the hill size at 98. Since 2012 up to last season, only 4 nations have actually won this competition: Germany, Slovenia, Japan and Austria. And the last edition in Lake Placid saw Germany triumph over Slovenia, with Japan in bronze medal position, Norway 4th. And interestingly enough, Norway have actually never won this competition. More on that in a moment as you see the management team. The trial round has just finished, and Isadora Kopac of Slovenia, 96.5 meters. Usa Ture for Finland, who was a disappointment for herself really in the competition yesterday, 97. Yuzuki Sato for Japan, 93.5 meters. Julina Krajbic for Germany, also subpar yesterday, and she reached to 92.5 meters, or 92.5 meters indeed. So these are the nations that are participating, 9 nations. Only the best 8 will go forward to the final medal round, so one nation is likely to be unlucky, and the Italians with some real novices and youngsters in their lineup. 2 of them who actually didn't involve themselves in the trial round, Ludovica Del Bianco and Giada Del Lugan. Well, as I said, the German team are the champions, and they are going in the order of last year's championships in Lake Placid. So 4 legs in each round, and as we often say in team events, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And having had a look at the start list, it looks as if the second leg in this first round contains the athletes who are, let's say, at most risk, under greatest pressure to deliver a result. Not the busiest of stadiums. This stadium, of course, which was developed and re-prepared for the Olympic Games of 1994, but it's a fantastic facility. Very well organized, great hospitality. And there are a good number of the young ladies getting ready to take their turn. The order in which they should go is Italy, Kazakhstan, the United States, Austria, Finland, Norway, Japan, Slovenia, Germany. And as I said, only Germany, Slovenia, Japan and Austria have won this title since its inception in 2012. So just looking for the start, which is literally around the corner. Bib number 1, Giada Del Lugan of Italy, only 19 years of age. A real challenge for her. A youngster who's done most of her jumping so far in Alpine Cup, the 4th tier of ski jumping. In-run speed is healthy there. And the distance, 81.5 meters for her. The Italians with these 2 youngsters are very much the outsiders. Anastasia Gudanova of Kazakhstan next to go. Kazakhstan, who in recent times, the last World Championships, they were 9th. Anastasia, who was 40th in the individual competition. Interesting how the teams work out who goes first, who goes last. Some nations will put a very strong athlete on the first leg to really put them in a commanding position. This is less than 80 meters. United States, Estella Hasrick from United States, from Steamboat Springs. One of the stalwarts of the team who was 7th in 2025 in Lake Placid, 9th in 2024 in Planitza, and 7th in 2023 in Whistler Mountain. Two points, of course, still the deduction for every meter short of 90, a bonus when we start to see some athletes going over 90 meters. Things could change momentarily now. Getting ready, Sara Pokorny of Austria, top 15 in the individual competition. She actually finished in 12th place, 89 and 87 meters. So based on what she did yesterday, she should put Austria into first place for a moment at least. Needs to be a really strong pathfinder. Sarah Pokorny from gate 16 and 93 meters. That's a very healthy start for the Austrians. The Austrians who last won this title in 2021 and 2020. Finland, Julia Akia, 86.5 and 87.5 meters in her two individual efforts yesterday. The target just getting that little bit harder now. Up to 90, I think. And a bit. Not too bad, but it will be only good enough to put them into second place. Well, in fact, Finland, through the wind adjustment, actually are in the lead by 0.2 of a point. This is the opener for Norway. Tia Skadsem, very much an outsider, and the Norwegians without Ingvild Midtskogen, who joined the likes of Jason Colby, Stefan Embacher, and also Kasper Tomasiak for the dash to Lahti to take part in the World Cup, but it didn't work for her either. She ended up in 20th place. So Finland ahead of Austria, Norway way down. Saiko Fujimoto. Close to 90. And 89.5 meters puts them into third place. And here's a youngster who underperformed yesterday. We were expecting her to be charging for a medal, but ended up in 10th place. Taja Turbovsek for Slovenia. Looks pretty decent, and that's a good start for the Slovenians. Well over 95 meters. And this surely should take the lead. 127.9 points. Slovenia with the edge, and now the defending champions. Their opener, Anna Faye Schaffenberg, 5th place. The highest placed of all the individuals in this first leg of the first round. Schaffenberg. '93 and 90.5 meters yesterday individually to earn that place for her. And 95 meters, a decent start for the defending champions. Slovenia, though, will have the advantage. Slovenia from Germany and Finland. And then Austria, Japan. And Italy, United States. And Kazakhstan and Norway. Norway, the host nation, in 8th place. Germany 5.3 points behind. Finland minus 14. That's 7 meters of deficit. Austria virtually the same. Japan in 5th place, minus 18, 9 meters to make up. Italy 38. So that's 19 meters, and the United States 44 points, that's 22 meters. Second leg, gate 17. And Noella Vurich for the Italian team. 41st in the individual competition 48 hours ago. And 88.5 meters for her. The Italians actually didn't take part in the Lake Placid Junior Worlds last year, but they were 5th in 2024 in Planica, 5th also in 2023 in Whistler. This is Victoria Ruleva for Kazakhstan. Just about 90, I think. Indeed, 90 meters. Difficult to see the camera pictures, just varying a little bit, but that's encouraging. A teammate Guranova in the first leg, only 78.5 meters, so they needed the 90 meters. And of course, that's 60 points for distance. Next up, Kaya Kopenhaver for the United States. She was in the team in Lake Placid last year that finished in 7th place. So needed, well, a lot more. That's not even 80. So the Americans on the back foot a little bit at the moment. 13.5 and 14, those are really quite significant deductions. And Austria now, Megan Wadzek. This is what I call the dodgy leg, where some of those who've been struggling really have to overperform. Outside the top 30 individually 48 hours ago. That's a lot better, and the Austrians at the moment raising their game. That's well over 90 meters. And this is what they need. They need these valuable distance meters. 14 points down behind Slovenia at the end of the first leg, and now Emilia Widgren. Widgren also outside the top 30. Finland, who were 5th last year in Lake Placid. That was a decent and encouraging result. And just looking at that upper red line, she wasn't that far away. 88.5 meters. Just a pity not getting the telemark in there. Well, Austria at the moment are the ones who are making ground, but now Norway lying in last place. It would be quite difficult if the Norwegians, they're not expected to win, but neither are they expected to get eliminated at the halfway stage. Ingrid Vikenslaten now. I'm really quite surprised that Mitskogen went to Lahti. They could have really done with her in the team. And that's two disappointments there. Just looking down here, and a teammate Skadsem only 70.5 meters, and this is what, 76 meters. Hinomori for Japan. That's a little expensive for the Japanese as well. So at the moment, Megan Vacek for Austria doing well, but now Slovenia and Germany to finish off this second leg. Aida Kosniek, who finished 21st yesterday. That was subpar, only 82.5 meters and 86. She's much better than that. And they'll be counting on the fact that she can get big meters. And there you could see that upper red line, and this is bonus point territory for the 18-year-old. 94 meters. That's up there with Vacek, which means the Slovenians will be holding off the Austrians. And for Germany, Emily Teubner to take a turn. And Emily Teubner, only 31st. Her first taste of the Junior World Team event. So a little bit of pressure on her shoulders. There you can see 98 meters to put Germany in the lead. That's a big, tall order. Conditions pretty nice, and that's a decent effort from her. The Slovenians, the Austrians, and the Germans raising their game. 95 meters, and Slovenia will inevitably stay in the lead. Slovenia at the end of the second leg ahead of Germany and Austria. 3 meters separating Slovenia from Germany. That's their advantage. Austria are still 7 meters behind the Slovenians. Finland in a respectable 4th place, but the gap has grown to 12 meters. In 5th place, Japan, who need to pick up some points pretty quickly now, because they are 14 meters down in 5th place. 6th place goes to Italy, and Italy are 22, 23 points behind. And then it's Kazakhstan. Norway have got out of 9th into 8th, and the United States have dropped to 9th place. Third leg, gate 16. First woman on the hill representing Italy, Ludovica Del Bianco. And Ludovica, only 17, Alpine Cup graduate, and 87 meters. That is actually, for her, a pretty good result. Alisa Sedova for Kazakhstan, in the team that finished 9th last year in Lake Placid at the Junior Worlds. Just a little bit of movement on the in-run there. Third leg, low 80s. And the United States are next, and it's 15-year-old Piper Moutet from Steamboat Springs. High altitude, 2,000 meters. Beautiful world-class powder snow there. Now, junior world debutante. Really, really tough. You could see the ski tips coming up into her face. A late takeoff off the table there. And that's, well, it's not even 80 meters, 70 meters only. So the Americans are in trouble now. This is the third leg and 8th place, but will they hold on to it? Because Norway still to come, and next up is Austria, Pia Sturz. The Austrians, I should say, doing pretty well. Pia outside the top 30, though, individually, 48 hours ago, in the team that finished 6th last year in the Junior Worlds. 90 and over has to be the target here. Slovenia with a decent advantage. Pia right on that number. 91, in fact. So an extra 2 points for distance there for Pia. But you can see the style marks are hard to get, 15s and 16s. Usha Ture for Finland. Can she make up for a real disappointment yesterday? In training, in the trial, she was well over 90 all the time. Two-footed landing. That's going to be 15s, 16s at best. The distance, though, is absolutely crucial, and that seems to be in their minds. 95 meters. That's what we were expecting yesterday. It didn't happen, and she ended up 34th. And I said right at the beginning, she's better than that. And she's now, well, first flight, she's proved it. Andrea Nierstad in a duel with the United States, not to get eliminated. Needs to get, well, further than that. And, well, Piper Moutet of the United States, only 70 meters. And this is barely better, 74. 4-meter advantage to the Norwegians. Isadora Kopač next to go for Slovenia, the best in the trial round at 96.5 meters from gate 16. That's where we are right here, right now. Kopač 13th in the individual championship. Really nice power off the table there from, well, in fact, I missed out on Kika Sakamoto, I beg her pardon. A little more encouragement for the Japanese, close to the calculation line. 89.5 meters, third at the moment in the bronze medal position. And now Isadora Kopač. 2 to go in this third leg. And there's the target, only 84.5 meters to maintain their advantage, but Germany still to come. Kopač, again, 90. You could call that a little bit of damage limitation. And now the, where do we go from there? Pia Sturz of Austria had 92 meters. The Finns had 95. And this is Megilou Schmidt of Germany. In the individual competition, she didn't get to 90 meters, 87 and 84.5. That was the opportunity for Germany to close up on the Slovenians, but they've, in a way, missed out there, less than 90 meters. And at the end of the third leg, Slovenia maintaining their advantage. Germany in second. Austria have moved up to third. Finland dropped down to fourth place now, and Japan stuck in fifth place. 6 meters the deficit for Germany. Austria are now 10 meters behind. Finland in fourth place are 15 meters off the leaders. Then Japan, who are 19 meters back, and then Italy, who've tumbled down to sixth place, ahead of Kazakhstan in seventh. Norway are eighth, and the United States are in 10th place. Just looking at Norway and Kazakhstan, they're separated by 6 points, 3 meters. Last leg in this first round. Leone Rungaldier for Italy. 88 meters. Look as if the Italians will survive, and Aliona Svididenko for Kazakhstan. She's been in the Kazakh team for the last 2 seasons, 30th in the individual competition. Conditions pretty still at the moment, a breath of backwind, but short of the calculation line, and those are expensive lost meters. 82 meters. And now this is where it gets really crucial for the United States. Sandra Brock, who was their highest finisher 2 days ago from the Nordic Ski Club, in the team in Lake Placid, in Planitza, and in Whistler Mountain. And they really need some big meters now from Sandra. In-run speed is okay, 88 kilometers. This is the set of distance and points, 85 meters. So they'll be hoping that the Norwegians run into trouble, but if the Norwegians can get 82, 83 meters, they'll survive, and America won't. But it's that tight. As Louise Tritcher for Austria, top 15 individually, behind the Czech gold medalist in the individual competition. More of that in a moment. Tritcher, very good. That's a terrific contribution for the Austrians, almost 100. Now that puts pressure on the Slovenians, it puts real pressure on the Germans as well. Excellent, that's the longest flight so far in this first round. And next to come, Sofia Martilla, the bronze medalist from the individual world championships 48 hours ago. She's been in the team pretty solidly for the last couple of seasons. Sofia Martilla. Excellent by the Finn. Two-footed landing, so the points will be only, well, I doubt she's going to get 15 out of 20. She's matched the distance of Louise Tritcher, and that is 18 points of distance bonus from her. So the distance is excellent, but look at the style marks there. If she just got 16, she's given away 9 points, almost 5 meters, because of not getting a telemark. Now, if you're America, hold your breath. If you're Norway, cross your fingers. Sandra Sproch, 85 meters. Where is Christiane Tyrom going? And that looks just about enough to keep Norway alive. 83 meters. It's a couple of meters down on Sandra Sproch, but they had about 6 points in hand, which is 3 meters. And Norway, at the moment, 9th. And just looking at this, the United States have survived narrowly by 1.4 points. That tight. This is Yuzuki Sato of Japan. That's excellent. That really was a terrific contribution. The strongest women from each of the nations tend to go on the last leg, and that's right up with 99.5 meters. Star marks, four marks of 16. Japan up into the bronze medal position, but Slovenia to come. Maja Kovacic. Maja, 90 meters in the trial round, getting the engine warmed up. And that'll do pretty well for the Slovenians, mid-90s. So Slovenia, they give away 4 meters to Finland and 4 to Austria. And of course 4.5 to Japan. And now Julina Krajbic, leader in the Women's Intercontinental Cup, but subpar yesterday, or 2 days ago. Never over 90 meters. This time she is. The 19-year-old German, mid-90s. And so we come to the end of the first round. 9 nations started. And it's misery for the host nation, because Norway are eliminated and the United States have survived, but Slovenia, who've been leading, continue to lead. Germany stay in silver. They are 6 meters off the pace again. Austria are in bronze. Austria with also 6 meters to find. You can see there's really nothing between them. Then Finland, 28 points, call that 14 meters of deficit. Japan, call that 15, just a little bit behind. And then the Italians with their pretty young team, they're 41 meters off, and Kazakhstan, they're really concentrating on ranking positions. And the USA survived, but look at that. At the end of it all, the difference between America and Norway, 0.6 of a point. That's about 25 centimeters. And the Americans survive the final leg to stay in the competition. Norway, well, I'm mystified why Midtskogen didn't stay here to help the Norwegian team. The silver medalist of the individual competitions, and of course the champion in Lake Placid in 2025. So 20 minutes to get ready for the, excuse me, the second leg. And just the top 8 nations to go forward. Just a reminder that the men's team competition is tomorrow. And then on Sunday we have the mixed team, the last ski jumping junior world medal opportunity. So we're going to take a little pause now for a moment or two. 20 past the hour for the start of the decisive second round here in Lillehammer, with Slovenia looking very strong. Slovenia's got a good record in this particular team event. They were runners-up last year, but they won the title in 2024 on home snow in Planica. They were runners-up in 2023 in Whistler. They were champions in 2022 and also in 2018 and in 2013. So they've been really, really good in this event. So back for the start of the second round in about 10-12 minutes from now.
jeg spiller. Det er jo... Det er det også, ja. Akoppgjør. Ja. Ja, sånn, ja. Ja. Jeg føler ikke at ishockey generelt, det er ikke så mye ting i Norge.
Gorin Strajton, Bazar Auschkejze Kuru, ojga!
Какого дома? Да на дритям.
Сам полуспет на ротце,
Hva tar du bachelor i da?
Line, fått på 11 lagene i finale,
Nei, bare 8.
så Norge da på utenfor.
Ja.
Men da fikk du med i hvert fall USA.
Ja. Så jeg fikk med ett av lagene, så det var jo en fordel.
Ja, riktig. Akkurat, det var det. Det var bare tiendeler nå.
Det var bare 6 timer.
Ja.
Men hvis vi ser på snittallet på norske laget, så er det ganske mye lavere enn snittallet på alle de andre lagene. Så
Ja.
jeg synes vi gjorde det bra, ja.
Håp for fremtiden.
Ja, det er det.
Ja.
You like it? 99.5? That's good? Yeah, that's good. That's good.
najgore inscribe. Ja, vi za 2-3 razpije, gdje mjesto nauka. A samo se je zristao. Ja, jutro pomalo, 2-3.
Uradno, kaj? Ni na posem kot prelaufen,
Ja, 50. Škoda mi ta mala rekla, oči je šutino do fuz gor. Ta prvi dan, kuj ta prvi dan? Tega nisem pripravil. Ja, šutino do fuz gor.
Ja, ne, pa nismo, samo bomo grli. Imam pa eno prošlo.
Ja, imamo
Tam za dan.
odvisno na nas kako.
Ej, žal. Kombajn več.
Ne, ja, jutra pa se veš, ne lažeš, da moraš dostaviti, pa če ga treba.
Yes, Rick?
Ja, tako jaz problema. Preveč, če si strah, preveč ne znaš. Ja, ljudem delaš, tako da je najbolj. Tam moraš
Okay, we can do that. Okay. Maya? For the last group, they were positive. The coaches liked it. It was positive feedback. So it was a positive feedback for the last group because they were jumping 99 and it was okay. No, they were all happy. Okay.
Well, welcome once again to FIS TV and our coverage of the Junior World Championships here in Lillehammer in Norway. And just moments away now from the start of the second and decisive round in this women's team event. The sun, such as it was today, has now fully disappeared. And these are the nations that are represented. The nation that's been eliminated, Norway, the host nation who've never actually won this competition, but narrowly missing out, and the United States narrowly surviving. So this is the order in which they're going to take their turn here. And just getting ready for this decisive round. So it will be United States who are effectively in 8th place to get us underway, then Kazakhstan, Italy, Japan, Finland, Austria, Germany and Slovenia. Slovenia, who've led all the way and have a terrific record in this competition. Just a reminder that Germany are the defending champions. Slovenia got the silver last year in Lake Placid. Japan were bronze medalists. And only Germany, Slovenia, Japan and Austria have won this title. Japan won the first edition back in 2012. They also won in 2023 in Whistler Mountain, or on Whistler Mountain, I should say. So just getting ready now for this final round. 4 legs to come. So if you are just joining us, Slovenia at the halfway stage, leading Germany by 6 meters. Actually leading Germany and Austria, who are pretty well together. Finland's in 4th place, about 14 meters back, and Japan just a meter behind them, then Italy, then Kazakhstan, then the United States. So a really good fight for gold, silver and bronze. Finland not entirely out of it. That would be quite remarkable for them. They've been 5th in recent times, the Finns, and it would be a real pick-me-upper if they could, by some measure, grab a bronze medal. So just getting ready now for Estella Hasrick to get us underway for the United States. Here she is in the team for the last 3 editions of the Junior Worlds, but in fact Italy to well, this is rather different to what we actually expected. According to the start list, it was going to be America who were going to get underway, so that's a little bit confusing. Apologies if I've confused you. That's De Lugano of Italy, who has produced 84 meters from gate 16, a little bit further than her first round. So I'll just be a little careful because they seem to be going in the same order as in the first round, and we'll just reverse for the last leg. Anastasia Goranova, short of 80 meters in the first flight. And again, not getting it quite right in terms of transition. And Goranova, 84 meters. So I'm expecting this lady, Estella Hasrick. There you can see in 8th place at the halfway stage. Estella needs to get over 80 meters. Well, I don't think they're going to give her the telemark landing, sadly. And expensive in terms of distance and in terms of style, I would think. Very lucky if she gets 15 out of 20 for this. And in fact, there's not even a 15 there. But this is experience for her. Sarah Pocconi for the Austrians. 93 meters her opening effort in round one. Got the Austrians on their way. And again, another very well produced effort, and that's about the same. 93, it is exactly the same. So she's really played her path. The pathfinder for Austria in leg one, round one, and pathfinder again in leg two. 578.4 points. Just keep that in mind, that 93 meters, when we get to the Slovenians and the Germans, and Julia Akia for Finland. Needs some big meters. She managed to get to the calculation line in the first round, 90.5 meters. And she's there again, two-footed landing. And you sense that a lot of these women are concentrating on the distance and not so much the style, because that's 93.5 meters. Finland, for the moment, into second place, but the teams that were ahead of them still to come, and Saiko Fujimoto. Bit of pressure on her now. She didn't quite get to 90 meters in the first round. A breath of backwind. You can see almost 100 meters to get into the lead at the moment. And I'm not sure which side of the 90-meter line that was. It looked just shy, but it's actually just on it. So they lose the Japanese to the Finns and the Austrians, giving away 6 points to each of those teams in just pure distance. And now Taya Turbovsek for Slovenia. 96.5 meters the first round. Gave Slovenia a really good start. And she's given them another real good push in the right direction here. 95 meters ahead of both Austria and Finland. And now Anna-Fay Schaffenberg for Germany. 95 meters in the first round, and you can see there exactly 100 meters, the computer telling us that she needs to achieve to push Slovenia out of first place. Nobody's got to 100 yet. Schaffenberg not there. She was a decent fifth in the individual competition, and she matches up the Slovenian distance, but it does mean that Slovenia still maintain their advantage. Slovenia ahead of Germany, and the gap now, call it 16 points, is 8 meters. Austria would be 9 meters away in third place. Finland in fourth, ahead of Japan. Finland with a gap of, now it must be 21 meters, making it difficult for them to challenge for bronze. But in fact, let me revise that. They're actually 17 meters off, and it's the Japanese who are 21 meters back. And then Italy, who started well but have faded, Kazakhstan and the United States, excuse me, they stay in 7th place. Noelia Vuric for Italy, second leg. Gate 17. I can actually understand that because this group are arguably the weakest group. And that's a second effort short of 90 meters. In fact, 88.5 meters was her first round opener, as you can see. This is 86.5. And that wind and gate adjustment. Victoria Ruleva. Well, the 90 meters, good effort the first time. Would need something mighty to pull Kazakhstan up into contention. Ruleva, who was 20th in the individual competition. And that's her second effort at 90 meters. Not too bad at all. And encouraging for the Kazakh team, who finished 9th in the Junior Worlds a year ago in America, and a chance to at least get a higher ranking position. They were 13th the year before. That was in Planica, so at least going step by step in a better direction. Copenhagen now, Kaja Copenhagen for the United States. Once again, this is going to be on the short side. And I'm afraid this is going to anchor the Americans in 8th place. So at the moment, everything a little predictable. It's looking more and more like the Slovenians to lose, but you wouldn't dare say that at this early stage. Megan Wadzek for Austria into the bonus point territory, so over 90 meters. The interesting thing is that these women are giving away at least 9 points, the best part of 5 meters, by just not being or not delivering a telemark. And that could make all the difference now. Emilia Widgren for Finland. Needs to go 10 meters further than she did in the first flight. Once you get this sort of deficit, it's really hard. And 87.5 meters. And Widgren, not as good as her first flight in terms of distance, as you can see. So Hinamori of Japan, again, over 100 meters. And the Japanese, for some time now, have been anchored in 5th place. They have been champions on a couple of occasions in this particular event. They need some really big meters. And 88. Well, it's 1 meter better than the first flight, but not significantly better. And so we come to Aya Kosniak for Slovenia and Emily Teubner for Germany. So just keep in mind the Austrian performance here. Wadzek, 92 meters. Aya Kosniak, 94 meters in the first flight. Well, she doesn't let the side down, this 18-year-old, 93.5 meters. So that extends over Austria in just pure distance, 16.5 17s. The star marks could be better, but at the moment holding on. So Emily Teubner with 100 meters, 100.5 to close the gap to close up that 8-meter deficit from the previous leg. How close can she get? It's a decent effort from Emily Teubner, who was a disappointing 31st yesterday, 93 meters, but Kosniak had 93 and a half. So Slovenia still with the edge over Germany and Austria. Germany still 8 meters adrift. Austria, well, they're the best part of, 12 meters down now. They're pretty solid in third place because Finland haven't really made any impression. Finland in fourth place, 25 meters down. And then Japan, who are a bit disappointing, I have to say. They are now, 54 points, so 27 meters, not much between Finland and Japan. And then Italy, Kazakhstan, and the United States. So leg number 3. Gate reverts to gate number 16. And this will be Ludovica Del Bianco, the 17-year-old. Respectable 87 meters in the first flight for someone so inexperienced. And just over 81 meters this time. This third leg is going to be crucial because if the likes of Germany and Austria are going to close up, this is the time they have to do that. This is the crucial leg with the strongest athletes from each nation in the final leg, but to give them a chance, Sedova now for Kazakhstan. And the challenge becoming even harder at 103.5 meters. Kazakhstan falling back. And now a really big task for Piper Mutet of the United States. Look for the target in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Well, they haven't given it to us at the moment. This will be so far over 100, they've probably just avoided that. And well, you have to start somewhere. Just 15 years of age. Hails from Steamboat Springs, and don't worry about the distance. Really good to see that her teammates are out there to support her. Real youngster. Pia Sturz for Austria. So this is the moment of truth. 91 meters for Pia. Hails from Schwarzach, pretty close to Bischofshofen, Salzburger country. Well, it needed to be heavy meters, and unfortunately it isn't. It's not 90. So Austria at the moment stuck in bronze, and I wonder whether Usa Ture, next for Finland, can really make an impression. Now, just thinking about this, if Usa Ture of Finland could possibly get 99 meters. Now, the jury's deciding that, oh, in fact, this is a coach request. 5.6 points. That's worth about 3 meters, but there's less in-run here for Usa Ture. Target 101 meters. A little bit more than I calculated. Really important this for Finland. Could they snap at the heels of Austria for a bronze? Ture. So good in training and trial. 92.5 meters for her. So they gain about 3 meters on the Austrians, and just having a look there, 225. And the Austrians have got, just having a look, yeah, it's still 15 meters the difference. The Austrians have got that advantage over the Finns, and Kika Sakamoto now. A little bit like the Finnish athlete who preceded her, needs something monster to get Japan into this. Sakamoto, for the first time over 90 meters. 93. I think she was actually over 90 meters. No, not quite in the first round. Slovenia and Kopac. This could almost seal the deal. Still one leg to go. 91 meters, her first effort. Oh, the Slovenians have been so solid, so consistent. And this is like turning the screw here. 96 meters. And she's really thrown the gauntlet down to the German athlete, Maggie Lou Schmidt, who didn't manage 90 meters in the first round. And that's fantastic. She really has put Slovenia in a terribly strong position. Maggie Lou, well, she's not only got to go over 90, she's got to get over 100. It's a real tall task. So Maggie Lou with 87 meters. So that's another 7 meter, well, it's more than that actually, 9 meter advantage to the Slovenians at the end of the leg. So one leg to go here, and Slovenia looking really, really strong. Slovenia just waiting for the computers to do all the calculations at the moment. Well, Slovenia, Austria moved up to second place, Germany to third, but there's 0.2 of a point between them. They're both just over 16 meters behind Slovenia. Japan have got up to fourth place, 29 meters behind. Finland have dropped to fifth, 31 meters behind. And then Italy stuck in sixth, and Kazakhstan seventh, and the United States anchored in eighth place. Norway eliminated, of course, at the halfway stage. And so here we come to the final leg. So this should be in reverse order. United States in eighth place, and Sandra Sprock to try and find a little respectability for the US team. They've had a disappointing afternoon. Seventh in Lake Placid, but they're going to finish lower than that at the moment. Sandra, 85 meters. Gate 16. Well, Sandra Sproul finished top 10 individually. Style is there, and 90 meters on the calculation line. So that's a little more encouraging for them. Kazakhstan will be next. We're going in reverse order of ranking after the third leg. So Kazakhstan represented by Alyona Svididenko. These targets, of course, too big for considering a medal, but ranking positions always matter. 88.5, that is an improvement on her first round. Svididenko coming out of gate 16 for this last round. That's exactly the same gate that we used in the first round. And Leonie Rungaldier, the Italians who've slipped down to 6th place. Leonie. Well, I was looking to see whether she could possibly get to 90 meters, but no. Star marks will be pretty severe here. 15s, well, not the worst set of star marks, but not the best either. Bib number 5 now. Sofia Metila going down to gate 15, getting 5.6 points of gate compensation. Big jump. Good calculation by the coach. And terrific effort by Sophie Matilla. They really went for broke. 99 meters. Well, where's that going to pull them up to? Absolutely brilliant. 17s, 3 17s. The style and the distance for the bronze medalists from the individual competition. And Finland, just for the moment at least, are in the lead. Yuzuki Sato, Finland, who slipped down to 5th place, being taken on here by Japan. Only 2 meters between them after the last leg. Yuzuki Sato. Really good battle there. Too far away from the podium, but 98 meters for Yuzuki. The star marks, I don't think, no, they're not quite as good. And 2nd place for Japan. And that's all down to Sofia Matilla, who has pulled Finland up into probably 5th place. Or maybe 4th, actually. Louise Tritscher for Austria now. This is the battle for gold, silver and bronze. 93 meters for Tritscher. Austria absolutely level with Germany at the end of the last leg. So keep this in mind now, because it's all down to Julina Krajbic to try and at least get the silver. So 93 meters from Louise Tritscher. Krajbic needs to get a little bit further. Now, is that enough, I wonder? I'm not so sure it is. And it could be that she's missed out and Austria will get the silver medal, and they think they've got it, and pretty happy they are too. Austria in the lead at the moment. Slovenia, Maja Kovacic. to seal a fantastic afternoon for the Slovenians. They've just commanded this whole competition. Surely 73 meters is not going to be a problem, and it isn't. And Slovenia regained the Junior World Team title for women for 2026. .92 meters. It didn't need to be extravagant. They started the last leg with a 16-meter advantage over Austria and Germany. And we come to the end of the competition. Gold to Slovenia, silver to Austria. Well, in fact, believe it or not, I've just checked this. Austria and Germany equal silver.
When you go next.
919.5 points. Finland in fourth and Japan in fifth. The difference between those two countries, 4 points, 2 meters. But the advantage to Finland, thanks to Sofia Martila. Fantastic effort and really good calculation by the coach. And two tied for second place. 919.5. Japan will be disappointed to finish fifth, ahead of Italy, sixth, Kazakhstan, and then the United States. And Norway eliminated at the halfway stage. And Slovenia are junior world champions in the women's team normal hill competition here in Lillehammer. And when I look at the Slovenian performance, it's very easy to see why they are so good.
Team Germany, vice world champion today. How do you feel?
I feel very good, and I'm proud of my team. And yes,
What was the plan coming here?
the plan was we come here for a medal, and yes, it's nice.
How did you train for today?
I think we all trained pretty good. We had some. I don't know what to say. Yeah, we trained pretty good, and yeah.
How did you feel on the hill today?
Yeah, the hill was today much better than it was on the single competition, and so big thanks to Norway and the team around the hill, and yeah.
Well, just to finish off that thought, I was telling you about Slovenia, why they won. I think it's pretty obvious, but 8 flights, 8 jumps from the 4 women, and every single one into bonus point territory. And that's the difference. When you look at Germany, out of their 8 flights, 6 were over 90 meters into bonus point territory. And that really is the big difference there. And Austria, again, out of the 8 flights, in fact, they managed 7 over 90 meters. But it turned out to be really close. Whereas Finland in 4th place, out of their 8 flights, 6 over 90 meters, but Sofia Martila, or Matila, I should say, excellent to hold them up to 4th place. Just want to have a look at that. The Finns, in recent times, they were 5th last year, 10th 2 years ago, 9th the year before. That is their best result in the last 3 years, Finland. Not close to the bronze medal, but at least going in the right direction. And Japan, well, they really suffered. Only 4 efforts, only 50% over 90 meters.
It's very great, and so grateful for this, and yeah, I'm speechless.
Is it schon Zweiter?
Ja, wir sind exakt. Wir sind wieder
Team Austria, ex-aequo vice world champion today. What are your emotions now?
It's so great. I'm so thankful for everything, and yeah, I'm just speechless.
What are your impressions of the hill? How did you feel on the hill?
It was very nice, and It was a good jump, and yeah, I'm very happy, and yes, it's very cool.
Megan, back from Milano, coming home with a medal. How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm extremely happy. I mean, the individual was really hard for me, but I'm so happy that we could bring it down in the team competition. Teams are always very special, and I'm really happy that we showed them today what we're capable of.
How did you train for today?
I actually, I don't know. I just jumped, and I'm so happy that my jump worked. I had a lot of back problems this season, and my preparation nearly completely consisted of core exercises, so I guess that's a good way to start a competition.
Thank you, congratulations. Thank you.
Well, I hope we're going to hear from the champions momentarily, the Slovenians. The Slovenians, well, they looked as if they were going to sweep the day. Nika Preuc wrapping up the Women's World Cup title for a third consecutive year, and we all thought that Doma Preuc had won this afternoon's one round in Lahti, and then shock for his disqualification for an illegal ski length by 1 centimeter, and that just shows you there's no favor to anybody. Everybody gets equal treatment, and here are the champions.
Slovenia, junior world champion today. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Thank you. I'm still feeling a little bit nervous. I wasn't feeling good today, so I was so nervous on the hill because of that, but I managed to do some solid, not the best jumps, and it was enough for the team.
What were the plans coming to Junior Worlds?
First of all, just coming here and into the team for first the individual competition and then the team competition. We knew that we were a strong team and we had high expectations, and we managed to deliver that.
What went through your mind when you were in the second round up there?
Just jump good, and that's it.
And that went well?
Yeah.
What was the training coming here?
It wasn't that good, but I'm relaxed for the competition and made good jumps, so.
Thank you, congratulations.
So the fifth time the Slovenian youngsters have won this title. They were champions in 2013, again in 2018, and in 2022, and in 2024. Now, once again, junior world champions in 2026. I hope you've enjoyed the competitions today. A really busy weekend coming tomorrow. The men in the junior worlds, they get underway tomorrow early morning, and well, I say early morning, it's actually 12:30 local time in Lillehammer for the men's mixed team, which is 11:20. Well, it's actually 12:30 Central European time. And then, of course, the second big hill competition in Lahti at 1800, 6 o'clock local time in Finland. That's 5 o'clock for Central European time and 4 o'clock for GMT for the likes of fans in the United Kingdom and Portugal. It's been a really busy day, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for spending a little time with us here on FIS TV. From myself, David Goldstrom, and the team, thank you again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Friday wherever you are in FIS TV world, and we look forward to your company over the weekend. For now, though, bye-bye from Norway.